What up, tubers? Welcome back to another sealed early access event here on Arena. Thanks for watching. Hit that like and subscribe if you haven't already. And don't forget to check out cardkingdom.com/Numot for all your Magic card needs. So, this is an early access event. Wizards of the Coast gives creators and some other individuals access to this special server where they load you up with gems and gold, and you get to play the new set early as a showcase. So, this full set doesn't fully release online until February 11th, so that is when you can expect to be able to play this yourself. But for now, I'm going to start off with the sealed. Again, I know effectively zero about the format, so I don't want to jump into a Premier draft, and we've done that before and just have to read every single card and oftentimes timeout. So we're going to do a sealed first just so that I can build at my own pace, read the cards at my own pace. I know cars or vehicles are some kind of theme in the format, but beyond that, I don't know any of the individual cards. So we're going to just jump right in, see how it goes, and hopefully we can do some cool things. Okay, it is time to read because, as always, Magic card these days have infinite text. Oil Deep Gearhulk. Blue, blue, black, black, 4/4 lifelink, ward 1. Alright, already incredible. When this enters, look at target player's hand. You may choose a card from it. If you do, that player discards that card, then draws a card. Fantastic. Really, really good. Thunderous Velocipede. 3 mana, 5/5 vehicle with trample. Each other vehicle and creature you control enters with an additional 1/1 counter on it if it was mana value 4 or less. Otherwise, it enters with 3 additional... Okay, so this is an absurd 3 mana bomb. Just makes every... Wow. Alright, that's absurd. Bloodghast, that's a reprint. It's a cool looking art. Achik. Emerald Radian. 3 black, black, green for a 3/3. When it enters, make a 1/1 insect token for each artifact and or creature in your graveyard. Whenever another insect you control dies, put a 1/1 counter on Achik, and each opponent loses 1 life. Pretty good. Pretty freaking good. I assume there's going to be some self-mill themes in green-black, as there usually is. Repurposing Bay. Blue and a 2 for an artifact. Tap 2 and tap it. Sacrifice another artifact. Search your library for an artifact card with mana value equal to 1 plus the sac... Okay. Very cool. So, Birthing Pod for artifacts. And by the looks of it, there are going to be plenty of those. Ketramos, the New Dawn. 3... Oh, God. 3 mana, 4/4 menace, lifelink, indestructible. Can't attack or block unless there are 7 or more cards in exile. Okay. Whenever 1 or more cards are put into exile from graveyard... Wait, whenever 1 or more cards are put into exile from graveyards and or the battlefield during your turn, you draw a card and lose 1 life. Weird. So it doesn't have a way of exiling cards itself. Whenever 1 or more cards are put into exile from graveyards. Ketramos, the New Dawn. Okay. Draco Nautics Engineer. 2 mana, 2/2. Exhaust. Pay a red. Other creatures you control gain haste until end of turn. Put a 1/1 counter on this creature. That's insane. Okay. Activate each exhaust ability only once. So exhaust is a one-time effect. Create a 4/4 with flying. Wow, that's a nutty 2-drop. Holy crap, that's insane. It's just a 2/2 for 2 that can grow into a 3/3 and in addition makes a 4/4 flyer. That's great. Demonic Junker. 4/3 for 7, but it's got Affinity. Okay, Affinity's back. It's a vehicle. When this enters, for each player, destroy up to 1 target creature that player controls. If a creature you control would destroy this way, put 2 counters on this vehicle. Very cool. Holy crap. That's insane, actually, as well. This is just always a splash. It's a... Yeah. That's very good. Oh, Chandra's Ignition's a reprint from, like, M14 or something. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to each creature and each opponent. So, very strong effect. can get blown out. Okay. Well, that was just the rares and mythics. Now I have to go through all of the commons and uncommons. Target creature gets +2/+2 on end turn. Cycling's back! Yes! Cycling always makes formats good. I don't think there's been a bad limited format with cycling, because, well, yeah. Cycling's just great. So any card with cycling, I'm going to say, is at the bare minimum playable, no matter what. Like, generally, I wouldn't play a 1 white mana 2/2 trick, but with cycling, fantastic. Light wheel enhancements. A white for enchant creature or vehicle. Start your engines. If you have no speed, it starts at 1. It increases once on each of your turns when an opponent loses life. Max speed is 4. You have to hit the opponent 3 times to get maximum speed? I assume it's just like an emblem type thing where it's forever, right? Once you have a start your engine card, you just have 1, and then once you get the full max speed, anything that has a max speed ability is just great or something. Anyways, enchanted permanent gets +1/+1, has vigilance. Max speed, you can cast this from your graveyard. Okay. Canyon Vaulter, 2 mana, 3/1. When this saddles a mount or cruise a vehicle during your main phase, that mount or vehicle gains. So mounts are back, apparently. We've seen vehicles. I don't think I saw any mounts. X damage to target creature, where X is the number of permanents you control that are creatures and or vehicles, or destroy an artifact. Oh, this is very good. Yeah. Destroy an artifact is obviously great in this format. Destroy a creature with toughness 4 or greater and cycling. Great. Glory Heath Links. 2 mana, 2/3 lifelink. Whoa, what? What? Isn't this an insane uncommon? 2 mana, 2/3 lifelink. When this attacks while saddled, search your library for a basic plains and put in your... That's an absurd uncommon. 2 mana, 2/3. What the heck? 3 mana, 3/3 flying vigilance. Crew 1. Okay. Put a 1/1 counter on target mount or vehicle for a 3 mana, 3/3. That's not bad. When this enters, target creature or vehicle gains lifelink and indestructible until end of turn. That's pretty good. Artifact spells you cast cost 1 less, and it's a 3 mana 2/4. It's like whatever. Oh, some kind of... Okay, so I'm guessing there must be some kind of land cycle. Unless they only have it in blue awkwardly. This land enters tapped unless you control a mount or vehicle. Add a blue. Sack it, make a 1/1 pilot. Okay, so you can make pilots. Pilots are cards we've seen before. So I'm assuming all of the... If this is in fact a land cycle, they're all going to be good. 2 mana, 2/1 flyer. Sack it, counter target instant or spell sorcery unless it's controller pays 3. 2 mana, 1/3 flying. Exhaust, put 2 1/1 counters on it so it can turn into a 3/5 flying. That's not bad. Counter target artifact or creature spell unless its controller pays 4. That's totally fine. Tap a creature or vehicle, then put 3 stun counters on it with cycling. Fine. 3 mana, 2/2 flying. Start your engine. Exile from your graveyard. Draw a card. It's not bad. Draw a card, then discard a card. Put a 1/1 counter on this creature. I mean, this is... Oh, I thought this was a flyer. Still not bad. Turns into a 3/4. This spell costs 2 less if it targets a permanent with mana value 1. Return a creature or vehicle an opponent controls to its owner's hand. Draw a card. Yep, I love that type of card. 4 mana, 4/3. When you cycle this... Sorry, 4 mana, 3/4. When you cycle this, target creature... That's just good. 4 mana, 3/2. That makes a 1/1 flyer. Okay, so... We've seen this type of creature before. Usually they cost 3 mana, but this one is a 3/2, so it costs 4. Still pretty decent. Exchange control of target artifact or creature you control and target artifact or creature opponent controls with cycling too. That card's good. Really good. I'm sure there's a lot of junky artifacts you can swap away, plus it has cycling. Yeah, okay, so they are... I guess they're called roads. Yeah, there's probably a road of each color that can make a pilot. Okay. Grim Bauble. When this enters, target creature and opponent control gets -2/-2. Sack it, surveil 2. Oh, that's pretty nice. Target creature gets -1/-1. Cycle. Great. Bloodghast. 1/1 counter on target creature. It gains Death Touch Indestructible. That's a nice combat trick for black. Draw 2. Each player loses 2. It's fine. Choose a card name. Search target opponent's graveyard, hand, and a library for up to 4 cards with that name and exile them. It's constructed filler. Whenever this or another artifact you control enters, each opponent loses 1 and you gain 1. This is probably a card that's going to be extremely annoying. Oh, that looks like the creepy doll from Toy Story. You remember that? Sid's doll, kind of. You know what I'm talking about. Return target creature or vehicle from your graveyard to the battlefield. You make a pilot as well. Not bad. 5 mana, 3/3 flying haste. Starts your engines, and then max speed. It gains lifelink. Not bad. 6 mana, 5/4. Costs 1 less for each artifact and our creature in your graveyard, and it's got cycling. Not bad. Yeah, we know the Junker. Oh, that's kind of neat. It's a pilot that can ping when it dies. 2 mana, 3/1 flash vehicle. When it enters, target creature you control gets +2/+0 and gains trample until end of turn. Oh, that's really nice and aggro. That's the nice rare. Lightning Strike reprint at common. We've got 2 of those. 3 mana, 3/2 trample with start your engines. So some of these max speed cards looks like they have exile effects for that 1 exile card we have. Whenever you discard 1 or more cards, this creature deals that much damage to each opponent. When you cycle this, it deals 1 damage to each opponent. Oh, that's kind of neat. Maybe there's some like cycling deck with this common in draft. 4 mana, 6/3 menace, crew 3 cycling. Great. I love cycling. Anything that destroys vehicles or artifacts is probably just playable. So 4 mana for this effect seems good. Ignition, we know. What is this? 5 mana, 4/5 reach. Discard a card, draw a card, activate only as a sorcery and only once each turn. It's a decent 5-drop. Another one of those random red creatures with reach. Here's the Green Road. 2 mana, 2/2. Look at the top 3 of your library. You may reveal a permanent from among them and put it in your hand. Okay, that's just a nice filler card. Nice late game value. Some kind of green enchantment combat trick. When this enters, untap enchanted permanent. Gives the permanent +1/+2 and it has reach. Not bad. Target creature gets +4/+4 and gains trample for 3. That's fine. 3 mana, 2/3. During your turn, as long as you haven't activated an exhaustibility, you may activate exhaustibility as though they haven't been activated. Whoa! That card is very good. Jeez. Because the exhaustibilities mainly seem like they're all great. Wow, that card's quite good, I think. 3 mana, 3/3. Okay, so just a 3 mana, 3/3 with the start your engine, max speed, exile, draw card effect. Let's see. When this enters, mill 3, then you return a land from your graveyard to your hand. That's a nice one. It's like that farmer from whatever that format was called. I can't remember now off the top of my head. Was it Innistrad? The flashback Innistrad? No. Intrepid Farmer? No, something like that. That's what the name was. This one was insane. Crazy, crazy vehicle. Hey, if you think about it, you're kind of getting like a mini set review with my sealed pool. 3 mana, 4/2 vehicle that adds 1 mana, and it crews 2 and it gains 2. Not terrible. 4 mana, 2/4 with reach. When it enters, you can search your library and or graveyard for a creature with no abilities, reveal it, and put it into your hand. A creature with no abilities. Interesting. How many vanilla creatures are in the format? 5 mana, 4/4 vigilance. When this attacks while saddled, it gets +2/+2. That's not bad. Okay, looks like some of the tap lands that gain life are back. When you attack, target creature you control gets +1/+0 and gains death touch until end of turn. Untap it. That's quite decent. Card's good. 3 mana, 3/3 menace. Whenever you attack, draw a card, then discard for crew 1. That's not bad. 6/5 for 4. Target creature you control with power 2 or less gains lifelink until end of turn, and it can't be blocked. Not bad. Green, green, black, black, 2. 6/5 menace reach. When it enters, destroy target non-land permanent opponent controls mana value 4 or less. Crew 3. That card's absurd as well. 2 of these boost buggies. 2 mana, 3/2. When this attacks, create a treasure. Exhaust is 3. Becomes an artifact creature. This card is insane too. You play it on turn 2. You can exhaust it on turn 3. It turns into a 4/3 that attacks and makes a treasure. Sheesh. 2 mana, 3/1, scry 2. Make X pilots, where X is the number of mounts and or vehicles that enter the battlefield and you control this turn. The tokens have, yeah, okay. The card is pretty nice. You only need to activate that once or twice for it to be crazy good. 3 mana, 2/1, flying vigilance. Sack it, destroy another target artifact. Activate only as a sorcery. That's decent. 4 mana, whenever this creature enters or attacks, exile up to 1 target card from a graveyard. You will gain 1 life. Okay, so there's another way to exile. All right, well, what were my rares again? Let's just build the deck that has the most rares for us. So is that going to be green, black? I mean, I guess Bloodghast is not that impressive, but I think the Velocipede is our best rare. Each other vehicle and creature you control enters with an... Yeah, this card is just nuts. At 3 mana? Achik is alright. I mean, I guess we could go... I guess Junker may be my second best card. So maybe we make sure we get those 2 in. But the Engineer and the Ignition are pretty tempting. So maybe we go like red, green, splashing black. And then just don't play the Achik since it's double black to cast. I'm not entirely interested in building quote-unquote the correct deck, especially on an early access. We did our work of looking at all the cards, but now I think we're just going to assemble a deck and get to playing games as quickly as we can. So let's find all of our good red and green cards. That's maybe okay. I like this thing. I like the lightning strikes. That's fine. This probably not great in sealed. Cycling, crash and burn. Gunner's fine. 2 mana, 2/2 with value. The Refueler, exhaust creature. Actually, the Refueler with the Engineer can make a 4/4 every turn. Kind of great. You may search your library and or graveyard for a creature with no abilities. No abilities. How many creatures have no... Oh, no, wait, that's an ability. It looked like flavor text for a second, but... How many vanilla creatures are you even going to be wanting to run in this format? I don't know. There must be something that I don't know about. Oh yeah, the double buggies. What is that, 20 cards? What is fixing like here? Maybe I don't have any good fixing to splash the Junker. Oh, I only have 8 creatures? Oh man, we have just so many vehicles, so I guess I should be running the Dynamite Diver. And probably just want to run like the Jaguar. Jaguar's good with the Ignition too. Yeah, maybe I don't splash then. Doesn't appear that fixing is great. I mean, maybe these are okay. These probably are. The jackets. Just go like that, 17 lands, ship it. We get access to 1 Wild Roads. So we have 4 2-mana vehicles, 2 3-mana vehicles, and a 4-mana vehicle. That's so many vehicles. But, I mean, the buggies can become vehicles, or sorry, creatures by themselves. So that doesn't necessitate crewing. The Velocipede doesn't need to attack. It's just a kind of an insane enchantment that also happens to be a 5/5 for 3. I mean, we can just play this. It has cycling and then run 16 lands. That's probably okay. Ship it. Let's go. All right, my first event of Aetherdrift. We're doing the sealed, and I'm glad I did because that's a lot of information to process all at once. So let's fire it off and see if we can vehicle some people out. They call me Numot the MTG. What do we have? Yeah, that hand's pretty great. Oh god, I can already tell I'm gonna dislike the this board. With the rotating. It's gonna be annoying. I'll try to hover up over his cards as much as I can since these are all new. So 1 mana 1/1 that pings anything for 1 when it dies, and then yeah, has the vehicle crew ability. During turns other than yours, this vehicle is an artifact creature. It's a 2 mana 3/3 crew 2. It's not bad. I think I attack here. We'll go ahead and just flash out and get the extra couple points of damage. Midnight Mangler. Hazaret! 5/3 indestructible haste. Start your engines. Oh, Hazaret can't attack or block unless you have max speed. Target creature with power 2 or less can't be blocked this turn. Max speed is what, 4? They only need to hit me 2 more times? Oh, God. Spell Pierce? Are you kidding? Oh my god. Wow, Spell Pierce on the vehicle is insane. Well, we're getting dismantled. I mean, I assume they have a way to kill my rocket now. No? Okay. Well, at least Hazaret doesn't... (6/3) Menace, huh? Ay, ay, ay. Hazaret's just an insane crew creature for 2 mana, too. Target creature with power 2 or less can't be blocked this turn. Alright, there's the Thopterist. Yeah, I mean... So, double block. Then I can ping off the flyer, which is actually really nice. It doesn't have to be combat damage, it's just loss of life. Captain Howler's Sea Scourge. 4 mana, 5/4, ward 2. Pay 2 life. Whenever you discard 1 or more cards, target creature gets +2/+0 until end of turn for each card discarded this way. Whenever that creature deals combat damage to a player this turn, you draw a card. Jeez Louise. So I think what I have to do is flash in the rocket and trade with the vehicle. And that way I still have 1 creature that can actually block. Man, I am so much on the defensive right now. It's so bad. That Spell Pierce is what ruined us. 2-1 haste. And Exhausted gets 2/1/1 counters. And they gave it unblockable via Godseeker, Hazaret. So Engines goes up to 3 for them. Yikes. Well, that means they are fully revved up. What is this? Rover Blades, 3 mana, 2/2 double strike equipped. Oh, it's a vehicle / equipment. That's kind of neat. That's really cool. Yeah, I mean, can't beat the 5/3 indestructible. Okay, well, that was an absurd beating. The Spell Pierce, man. Spell Pierce ruined our life. What the heck there? GG's. Format sucks. What can I say? Might never play it again. 0-1 all time in the format. Got the Velocipede in hand again. Oh, God. This hand is really slow. I'm gonna ship that. Alright, that's better. I'm gonna keep the ignition here, I think. Might be going for the turn 2 Rocketeer, turn 3 Exhausted up and get moving. 2 mana, 1/3 flying when this enters Surveil 2. Wreckage Wickerfolk. Huh. That must be an enabler of something, because that doesn't seem that good. 2 mana, 3/1, start your engines. Alright. So they, man, start your engines can go off real fast. Endrider Catalyzer. What the hell is this thing? Whenever you discard one or more cards, make that many tap 2/2. What? Holy crap, that is insane. With all the cycling in the format? I mean, the good news is I have Chandra's Ignition, but... I might lose this game because we're on the draw here. Like, what? They can attack with the Wicker Folk, get the... Oh, my lord. I don't know what this is, but... 5/4 for 5. Menace Death Touch. When this enters, put target creature card with mana value 4 or less from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control with a finality counter on it. Oh, okay. Oh, there's nothing in the graveyard right now. They missed an attack for 5. Okay, well, that was a whoopsie on their part. We actually get to do some good stuff this turn, right? Wait, are they dead? No, I can put them to 1 this turn if I'm reading this correctly. Between crewing pumping. Target creature you control deals damage equal to its power to each other creature and each opponent. Yeah. All right. Chandra's Ignition. What a card. Kick off celebrations. 2 mana starts your engines. When this enters, you can discard a card if you do draw 2. Sack it. Creatures and vehicles you control gain haste until end of turn. Pit Automaton. 2 mana 0/4. Add 2. Spend only to activate abilities. 2 and tap, and you activate an exhaust ability that isn't a mana ability. Copy it. Oh, that's pretty sweet. So they're just dead here, right? I can turn this into a creature. And then crew the Velocipede. I guess I should have played this pre-combat. Or before attacking, so it enters with another counter. So they take 1 trample and die. Alright, sweet. What did they discard? Shafet Archfiend. Wait, is that a reprint? I think that's a reprint. 7 mana 5/5 flying cycle 2 when it enters all other creatures. I think that's a reprint, or at least it seems very familiar. Crazy. Man, this is gonna be a wild format. And I don't know if it's gonna be good wild. I'm only 2 games in, but there are a lot of very strong, very low-cost vehicles. Like, if you remember Renegade Freighter, seems like every vehicle is Renegade Freighter, but better. Alrighty. This is a okay format, because I'm 50% in it right now. What do we got here? It's a decent looking opener. We're on the play with a Lightning Strike for any early game play, and we get to go turn 3 Veloheart Bike into turn 4 Gunner. Actually, we drew another 2-drop as well. Dude, I turn these wings off. What's this? 2 mana 3/1. Pay a black, surveil 1. It's decent. It's got some weird art. What the hell? Alright, I don't mind a trade. I'm gonna like this bike, I can already tell. 3 mana 2/4, artifact spells you cast cost 1 less. Scrap Compactor, 1 mana, 3 sack it, deals 3 damage to a creature, 6 sack it, destroy target creature or vehicle. It's not that bad. Don't think we're going to be discarding any of these cards quite yet. Destroy a creature or vehicle. 3 mana instant? What is this? Power creep. If you remember Daring Demolition, that was a 4 mana sorcery speed, do the same thing. Do I want to engineer here? No, I don't want to engineer until I can also make the 4/4 immediately. Since they have the compactor, I don't think that's worth it. Draw 2, each player loses 2. Alright, that's fine. When this enters, mill 2, then return a creature or vehicle from your graveyard to your hand. 3 mana, 3/2, crew 1 vehicle. That's not bad at all. The Speed Demon. Whoa, that is risky. At the beginning of your end step, you draw X and lose X, where X is your speed. 5 mana, 5/5 flying tramp. Well, I mean, it's not that risky. It's going to kill the opponent before they get to do anything. So we're going to go Engineer. We're going to Exhaust, make a 4/4. And then we're going to give the 4/4 Haste. And that turns our Engineer into a 3/3 as well. Now we attack for 4. Yeah, this card is sweet. Draconautics Engineer, baby. Yeah, if they just want to spend 6 mana to kill my 4/4 flyer, that's great. Okay. So we are going to 2-turn clock them here. Or at least, well, no, I guess they can't. We can't. Okay, yes we can. That's going to be the safest to... Oh, wait. That kills my creatures, too. To each other creature and opponent. I'm 1 mana short of winning. I'm 1 mana short of winning here. So I guess I'm just going to go like this. They're going to crew in response, and then I'm going to lightning strike the vehicle. And then I'm going to crew the bike, hit him for 7. Yeah, I was 1 mana short of winning there because I couldn't crew the bike, ignition the bike, and lightning strike. They're tapped out. Great. Now we just ignite the world. Let's go. Speed Demon is very cool. Alright, this format is decent because now I'm 2-1 and not 0-1. No, but for real, the vehicles seem absolutely absurd. Yeah, every vehicle is on steroids. Okay. How are we looking with this opening hand? Bunch of jackets. Got the Engineer. This hand's okay. I mean, we're on the play with some kind of creature curve out. Like, I think with this hand, you do just run out the Engineer on turn 2. Just so that you can go 2-drop, 3-drop, no problem. Plus, oh, we have the combo too. We have the Refueler. Uh-oh, they're holding priority with 1 red on a creature. Road Rage. X damage to target creature or planeswalker where X is 2 plus the number of mounts and vehicles you control. Oh, but we just drew. We just drew the bee's knees, baby. Yeah, Road Rage is sweet. Turn 2 rare into turn 3 is this mythic? Yeah, turn 3 mythic. No big deal. The bike. I think I'm gonna get the jacket online. So that we can potentially kill some scary artifact of theirs next turn. This also has vigilance, right? Yeah, so we can attack and activate, should that be the case. Like, in our deck, starting our engines isn't that important. So they can play a 5-drop right now. Ranger's Ether Hive. Whenever you activate an exhaust ability, make a 1/1 flyer. 3/5 flying. Oh, sorry, just 3/5. But that's really good. Wow. That's crazy good. I guess I am just gonna play another flyer out. And go for this instead of blowing up either of their artifacts, which could be greedy, but right now this is a buttload of pressure. If I draw a land next turn, this enters as a 7/8, if I'm reading correctly. Each other vehicle and creature you control enters with an additional 1/1 if it's 4 or less. Otherwise, yeah. Red-green versus a 7/8 might be kind of a beating. Loot the Pathfinder. 5 mana, 2/4, double strike, vigilance, haste. And it has 3 different exhaust abilities. Add 3 mana of any one color, draw 3 cards, or 3 damage to any target. Wow, that is kind of spicy. Shoot, yeah, they get to... Man, exhaust too? Hoi, oi, oi. It's kind of nuts. Jeez, loot is crazy good. Alright, there's the land. They can't use the 3 damage ability anymore, at least. I think we will use the gunner's ability. We have 2 lightning strikes in the deck, so... I mean... Okay, especially, yeah, if they're going to go to 1 life here. We could die next turn, I mean... Double strike is quite the ability, and there's that like +4/+4 and trample trick we saw in our build, right? Double strike, vigilance, haste. Hopefully they're exhausting and drawing 3 cards and looking for some... Well, I mean, they would attack first, I guess. Ranger's Ether Hive. It's a really cool card. Alright, no blocks. I will take 4. We want to see them draw 3 cards here. That means they're desperate. Grease Wrench Goblin. What does this do? Discard up to 2 cards, then draw that many. Put a 1/1 counter on this creature. Oh, that's good. So they're gonna... I mean, they have access to a lot of mana right now, right? 6, 7, 8. Oh, well. Oh, that doesn't go to face. They clearly have something. Drawing Lightning Strike there would have made things easy. I mean, this says trample, so I'm pretty sure I need to go for it. The opponent has a lot of mana, though. I'm banking on the trample plus killing a creature being lethal. Are they gonna exhaust loot right now? No, they can exhaust this, make another flyer. They're gonna time out! There's too much thinking, you have no... Ah, you're gonna time out! That would be the worst way to end it. All that thinking and then just time out and take lethal. Alright. Double block the flyer. They have to double block the... Here. Pass priority, see what they do. We can let first strike resolve if we want to. Okay, once they go for the activation, that's when we kill the loot. Alright, and that is trample lethal, my friends. Whew! That was scary. Loot's kind of insane. It is 3 colors and it is 5 mana, but every one of those abilities seems pretty darn great. Alright, 3 wins, 1 loss. Oh man, even with 1 forest, this would be a keep. I don't think I can keep this hand, though, with 3 mountains. Alright, that'll do fine. What are we gonna lose here? I think I'm just gonna lose one of these 2/2s, and we'll keep the rare. Do I want to cycle our big creature? What is this? Tyrox. 2 mana 4/1. Literally 2 mana 4/1. Okay. I guess I'm just gonna lightning strike it. It's kind of awkward, but I don't want to trade it for my engineer. Oh, that's a vanilla creature for whatever that 2/4 in our sideboard is. There you go. 2 mana 4/1 dinosaur warrior. Oh, there's the cycling card. 3 mana 1/4. Whenever you discard 1 or more cards, this creature deals that much damage to each opponent. Has cycling itself. And when it cycles, it deals 1 damage. Oh god, that's the... We need to find a way to kill that. Excellent. Phew! That's such an insane one. 4 mana, 5/5 Menace Vehicle. Whenever you discard one or more, create that many... yeah, just with any cycling. It's very hard to beat that card. Like, yeah, look at that. Locust Spray. That's 1/2/2. Or that would have been 1/2/2. Crazy, crazy, freaking crazy, bro. Probably not worth attacking and going for the burner rocket here, I would think. Ah, no, it's probably fine. Like, if they kill the 3/3, that's whatever. That means they might not use a removal spell for our engineer. There's Bloodghast. That doesn't block, though, so that's not an issue. As an additional cost, sack an artifact or creature. Destroy target creature or vehicle if the sacrificed permanent was a vehicle. Draw a card. Oh, that's nice. Good value with the... Bloodghast. Kind of just smashing them, though. We get to keep growing the refueler every turn. This enters, or another artifact. That's the drain. Sure, that's fine. I guess we kind of have to get this online, even though it means we don't get to do anything this turn. Hey, they've got an engineer. Probably just make it a 3/3 right now. I don't think there's too much... I would have made it a 3/3, I think. I'm gonna pre-combat this, and then we'll crew the Velocipede. Oh, exhaust is any speed. But this is only during your turn that you can activate it again, I see. Alright, easy kill of the engineer here. And I mean, this is a 7-power menace vehicle, so... Bloodghast doesn't block. They need a removal spell or another creature here. Dracosaur Auxiliary. 6 mana, 4/4 flying haste. When this attacks while saddled, it deals 2 damage to any target. That card's very good. They have to double block the... Oh, I missed lethal. What am I doing? I missed lethal. They had to double block the 7/4. I just missed out on extra damage. It shouldn't matter, I would hope. But I had lethal that last turn. Alright. Not a bad showing. So for these early access videos, I might not play out the entirety of the event just because this is a one-day event thrown by WotC, and I am trying to record a week's worth of videos here. So if all of the videos go an hour plus, that is a lot of recording on any individual day. So this will probably be the last game for this, but not a bad showcasing and not a bad introduction to the format, I would say. I am... Vehicles scare me. Let's put it like that. They've got a turn 2 catalyzer. Let's just kill that right now. I don't want to trade it for my engineer, and I don't want them to start leveling up their engine. Nice. Right, let's go with the mole and hope that we can hit a land to get back into our hand. Good. Captain Howler again. Yeah, we saw that one. Whenever you discard one or more, target creature gets +2/+0 for each card discarded. Whenever that creature deals combat damage to a player, you draw. Okay. Well, I'm going to go for the burner rocket. They could have any number of things here to ruin our day, of course. What is this? When you cycle it, target creature or vehicle in opponent control gets -3/-0 until end of turn. Sure, that's fine. Not a big deal. Oh, don't kill my engineer. Tap Enchanted Permanent. Enchanted Permanent loses all abilities and doesn't... Okay, so loses all abilities. That's the big hit here. We had the combo, too. That's too bad. Whenever this deals combat damage to a player, this turn you draw a card. Yeah, I'll just give them a card instead of chumping with the rocket. So I'm going to take 7. They get to draw a card. But they're discarding a 3/4 and a trick at that. Huh. 3/4 reach. At the beginning of your upkeep, exile top card. You may play that. Wow, that's really good. Let's just crash and burn this thing right now. If they don't kill my refueler and I can get it a little bit larger, then the ignition is going to be backbreaking. I'm going to wait one more turn and maybe get a little bit greedy here. 3/3, whenever you attack, draw a card, then discard. Okay. That is going to let them get their engines to 3. Yeah, maybe I should have attacked. Or maybe I should have fired off the ignition. That thing has menace, so there's no reason to hold back my creature. So if they have a creature to crew it, I'm going to go to 6 and they get to loot. 2/2 flying vigilance. Whenever one or more creatures attack you, those creatures get -1/-0, and then it gets 3/1/1 counters with exhaust. When this creature enters, you may sack a creature or vehicle, and then when you do, destroy it. Okay, that didn't do anything. Irrelevant there. We just have to attack, right? So we lost out on one start your engine, but I don't think that's too problematic. Alright, so they get to loot. They get to loot, and then they can turn it into a 5/5. So the question is, do we want to force them to use their mana this turn? I think that's okay. Force them to pump it up. They might have done so anyways, and it would have been lethal next turn by itself. That's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. That's lethal, right? Wait, 1, 2, 1. Yeah, that's lethal if I'm counting correctly. Make a 1/1. Rocketeer. Oh, wait, it doesn't gain haste. Right. Never mind. Oh, and the -1 from the strategist would have wrecked me anyways. Right, okay. Well, I could be dead here. I guess if they have 4 damage. They get to hit me for 5. Okay, that doesn't matter too much. They should be attacking first and looting with the strategist, shouldn't they? Feels like they... I guess maybe they can go for a kill if they do this beforehand. Yeah, the strategist kills us. The -1/-0 shrinks my 2 3-power creatures into 2-power creatures. And then they can go to 1 and not die. So I need to rip something here off the... Oh, okay. Might not matter. So I need to draw Lightning Strike, I guess? That does have reach. So I suppose not technically dead. Though chumping with my 4/5 doesn't seem like something I'm aching to do. Oh, actually, drawing another one of our burner rockets would have won because it gave trample as well. Alright, might be dead here. Yeah, that sabotage strategist is nice. Wonder if I could have waited on the Chandra's Ignition another turn or two. Or actually, I could have fired it off that turn before. What is this? Hull Drifter! Love it. Bowl Drifter throwback. 5 mana, 3/2 vehicle that draws 2 and it enters. That's awesome. They are churning through their deck as well, so... Oof. This gunner needed 1 more power. Forced jump. We have outs. Yeah, we still have outs here. And that is not it. That will end it for us. Dang it. GG's. Good beats. Lightning Strike would have won. The other burner would have won. I'm sure there are a few other things that would have won here, but not quite good enough unless I'm missing something. GG's, GG's. Ah, dang it. All right, well, our deck was pretty cool. Had some really nice rares. Yeah, the vehicles in this format, man, they scare me. They scare me. So many crazy good vehicles that can come down early and whatnot. You're going to always want to run your artifact removal, even if it's a little bit lackluster, like this Ether Jacket type card. Like anything that's a shatter type effect is insane. So, all right, our first look at Aetherdrift. I hope you enjoyed it. Good to get a sealed in to learn and read the cards before just jumping into a draft, but I think I'll try to get a couple of premier drafts in while we can today. So thanks for watching this one. Hopefully you enjoyed our first early access look at Aetherdrift. There will be more to come. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.